The mysterious case of Beth Martin. The family of Beth Martin, a 28-year-old British mother who passed away unexpectedly in Turkey, is demanding urgent answers after her body was returned to the UK without her heart. The shocking discovery was made during a post-mortem examination conducted by British authorities, leaving her loved ones devastated and searching for the truth. Beth had travelled to Istanbul with her husband Luke and their 2 young children. Initially, she believed she had food poisoning from a meal the night before. However, her condition quickly deteriorated. Within a day, she became delirious and was later admitted to Marmara University Pendik Training and Research Hospital. Her family claims that despite the severity of her symptoms, communication from the hospital was poor and crucial decisions regarding her treatment were delayed. A move to a private hospital was reportedly requested by the family's insurance company, but the public hospital was allegedly slow in cooperating, refusing to release vital reports and transfer documents. According to family friend Robert Hammond, the delays and lack of transparency deeply alarmed Beth's relatives. He stated that Beth was subjected to treatment without a full understanding of her allergies, specifically penicillin, and was reportedly frightened by the care she received. Her husband and mother-in-law, who travelled to Istanbul to support her, were restricted from seeing her for hours. During that time, Mr. Martin was reportedly accused of wrongdoing and was made to sign documents through hotel staff who were acting as translators. Later, he learned of his wife's passing, leaving him and the children emotionally shattered. Further concerns were raised when it was discovered in the UK that Beth's heart was missing. The Turkish Health Ministry stated she had suffered cardiac arrest due to multiple organ failure, but denied any surgical procedures or organ removal. Her family is now left in limbo, awaiting a formal inquest while grieving a loss that remains wrapped in unanswered questions. Beth Martin's case has prompted widespread concern and support, with over £250,000 raised to assist her family during this difficult time. Her loved ones continue to search for clarity, determined to uncover what truly happened and to ensure her story is not forgotten. Mother and daughter capture a mysterious photograph. In the peaceful beauty of Butchart Gardens in Victoria, British Columbia, a mother and daughter visiting from Indonesia captured a photograph that has left many both in awe and in wonder. The pair had been enjoying a calm afternoon walk through the gardens, known for their vibrant floral landscapes and tranquil water features, when the daughter began snapping photos of a fountain set against a forested backdrop. What appeared on her camera screen was something neither of them expected. In every image she took, the fountain's spray seemed to form a striking, ethereal shape, what many have since described as an angel. The form appears to have outstretched wings, a gentle curvature resembling a body in flowing robes, and a faint, radiant glow that seems to rise upward into the light of the sky above. The timing, lighting, and angle aligned in such a way that it created something more than just a moment. It created a symbol. As the daughter reviewed her photos, she was stunned to see that this angel-like figure appeared in each shot without fail. The fountain itself hadn't changed, nor had the surroundings, but the way the water danced in that moment seemed to speak through the lens. To them, and to many others who have since viewed the image, it did not feel like a coincidence. It felt like a sign, graceful, peaceful, and comforting. Online and in personal circles, people who have seen the photo have been quick to express their thoughts, with many stating firmly that they believe the image captures more than water and sunlight. They believe it depicts a guardian presence, a visual manifestation of something divine. Whether it was a fleeting trick of light or something more, this beautiful moment remains a treasured memory for the mother and daughter who captured it. Solar eclipses have long been a source of fascination, wonder, and sometimes fear. As the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, it creates a surreal twilight, casting an eerie shadow over the landscape and often prompting strange occurrences and reports. Throughout history, and continuing into modern times, numerous strange events and phenomena have been reported during solar eclipses. These range from unusual animal behaviors and unexplained atmospheric effects to mysterious celestial sightings. During the most recent solar eclipse, an unusual and mysterious phenomenon captured the attention of amateur astronomers and the public alike, with many describing that a human-shaped silhouette was seen close to the sun. This strange occurrence has sparked numerous theories and debates. The sighting occurred during the April solar eclipse, which was visible from several locations across the globe. As observers trained their telescopes and cameras on the eclipse, they noticed an anomalous figure near the sun. This silhouette appeared to be distinctly human-like, complete with what seemed to be arms, legs, and a head. The figure was positioned close to the sun's corona, the outermost part of the sun's atmosphere, which is typically visible only during an eclipse. Social media users quickly shared the mysterious photos and offered their interpretations of what they saw. Others were baffled by what they were seeing and even wondered if live broadcasts were glitching. However, eyewitnesses came forward to confirm that they had witnessed the same thing while watching the solar eclipse live. Strangely enough, after the eclipse had been going for less than an hour, onlookers had also reported seeing unknown objects high in the sky. Concerning the strange figure observed, some wondered if the figure was a result of the eclipse itself. A user expressed concern over the sighting, saying that it was ominous and that they could understand how people would have thought it was a god if it had occurred in ancient times. Photographs and videos of the event quickly spread across the internet, capturing the imagination of people worldwide. The clarity of the silhouette and its unmistakable humanoid form led to a flurry of speculation. Amateur astronomers were intrigued and puzzled by the phenomenon, prompting a range of explanations from the plausible to the fantastical. One of the most straightforward scientific explanations suggested that the silhouette could be the result of a technical anomaly or artifact. Cameras and telescopes, especially when pointed at a source as intense as the sun, can produce various artifacts due to lens flares, reflections, or sensor overload. Some posited that the human-shaped silhouette might be a coincidental alignment of these artifacts, creating an illusion that appeared human-like. But this doesn't explain how people were able to see it when observing the sun through their telescopes. Another scientific theory proposed that the silhouette could be an unusual formation of solar plasma, or a prominence. Solar prominences are large, bright features extending outward from the sun's surface, often forming loop-like structures due to the sun's magnetic field. If a prominence took on a coincidental shape resembling a human figure, it could explain the mysterious silhouette. However, solar prominences typically appear more chaotic and less defined than the figure observed during the eclipse. Beyond scientific explanations, the sighting also reignited interest in various myths and legends. Throughout history, solar eclipses have been seen as significant omens or supernatural events. Some cultures interpreted the human-shaped silhouette as a celestial being or deity watching over Earth. This interpretation drew from ancient myths where gods and supernatural entities were believed to interact with the cosmos, influencing natural events and human affairs. The sighting also sparked a wave of speculative theories in the realm of ufology and extraterrestrial life. Some enthusiasts suggested that the silhouette could be an alien entity or spacecraft, using the cover of the solar eclipse to observe Earth. This theory, while intriguing to many, lacked substantive evidence and was largely based on the silhouette's humanoid appearance and the enduring fascination with extraterrestrial life. Regardless of the explanation, the human-shaped silhouette seen during the solar eclipse highlights the enduring mystery and wonder that celestial events inspire. It serves as a reminder of the limitations of human understanding and the vast, unexplored complexities of the universe. This phenomenon underscores the importance of scientific inquiry and the need for open-mindedness when confronting the unknown. Anna Paulina Luna, who serves in the United States House of Representatives, says she got men in blacked. Luna stated in a recent audio interview with Grant Mitterlehner that she thinks that UFOs are cutting-edge technology that aren't human-made. She said that she got men in blacked, adding that a whistleblower came forward from Eglin Air Force Base and indicating that UAP action was essentially being covered up by the Air Force. Anna Luna said that at first, the Pentagon attempted to call off the first meeting, but they managed to get it back on file. In essence, the base commander attempted to inform them that they lacked authorized clearance. She was at odds with the commander of the base and questioned why an intelligence agency was required to attend a whistleblower meeting. She went on to talk about the disturbing facts she had learned about people that have potentially been taken out by talking about this information. She continued by stating that she believed Grush's description of the aliens as non-human intelligence meant that they weren't necessarily a biological species from another planet in and of itself. Over the years, numerous individuals who have come forward with information about UFOs have reported facing significant personal and professional risks. One of the most well-known dangers faced by UFO whistleblowers is the threat of professional ruin. The legend of the Men in Black dates back to the early days of the UFO phenomenon in the mid-20th century. One of the first documented cases involving the MIB occurred in 1953, when Albert K. Bender, a prominent UFO researcher and founder of the International Flying Saucer Bureau, claimed to have been visited by 3 men in dark suits. According to Bender, these men warned him to cease his investigations into UFOs, conveying a sense of menace and authority. Shortly thereafter, Bender dissolved the International Flying Saucer Bureau and withdrew from the public eye, citing the intimidating encounter as the reason. Bender's story was later recounted in his 1962 book, Flying Saucers and the 3 Men, which helped to cement the Men in Black as a staple of UFO lore. Over the years, numerous other individuals have reported encounters with the Men in Black following UFO sightings or investigations. These reports typically describe the Men in Black as having an uncanny appearance, often with pale skin, expressionless faces, and unusual speech patterns. Witnesses frequently note that these men seem to have an otherworldly or robotic demeanor, adding to the sense of unease they evoke. In many accounts, the Men in Black are said to drive black cars, usually classic models, which vanish without a trace after the encounter. One of the most famous cases involves Dr. Herbert Hopkins, a Maine psychiatrist who was researching a UFO incident in 1976. Hopkins claimed that he received a phone call from a man who identified himself as a representative of a UFO research organization. Shortly after the call, the man arrived at Hopkins's home, dressed in a black suit and displaying strange behavior. During their conversation, the Men in Black allegedly advised Hopkins to destroy all his UFO research material, an order he complied with out of fear. Hopkins's account, like many others, remains unverified, but continues to fuel speculation about the nature and purpose of the Men in Black. Theories about the identity and origins of the Men in Black vary widely. Some believe that they are government agents tasked with suppressing information about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. This theory suggests that the MIB are part of a secretive branch of intelligence or defense agencies, operating outside the bounds of official oversight. Their mission, according to this view, is to maintain control over UFO-related information and prevent public panic or the revelation of advanced extraterrestrial technology. Others propose that the Men in Black are themselves extraterrestrial beings or hybrids sent to cover up their own presence on Earth. This theory posits that the MIB's strange appearance and behavior are indicative of their non-human origins. Proponents argue that these beings are protecting their own interests by silencing witnesses and researchers who come too close to uncovering the truth about UFOs. Regardless of their true nature, the Men in Black have had a significant impact on popular culture and public perception of UFO phenomena. The influence of the Men in Black extends beyond entertainment, shaping the discourse around UFO sightings and government secrecy. For many, the Men in Black symbolizes the lengths to which authorities might go to conceal information and control public knowledge. The persistence of MIB stories underscores the deep-seated suspicion and curiosity that surrounds the UFO phenomenon, reflecting broader themes of mistrust in government and the desire for transparency. Many whistleblowers are former military personnel, scientists, or government officials who risk their careers by speaking out. Their credibility and livelihoods can be jeopardized as they are often discredited and ridiculed. For example, some high-ranking individuals who claim to have worked on reverse engineering alien technology have claimed they faced intense scrutiny and professional discreditation. In addition to professional risks, whistleblowers often encounter severe personal threats. There have been reports of harassment, intimidation, and even threats to their lives. The psychological toll on individuals who speak out about UFOs can also be immense. Whistleblowers frequently face intense public scrutiny and skepticism, leading to social isolation and various struggles. Dr. John E. Mack, a Harvard psychiatrist who studied individuals claiming to have had encounters with extraterrestrials, faced significant backlash from the academic community. Despite his distinguished career and the rigor of his research, Mack was subjected to an investigation by Harvard Medical School, which questioned the legitimacy of his work. Although he was eventually exonerated, the experience was a testament to the professional and psychological pressures faced by those involved in UFO research. The risks faced by UFO whistleblowers also raise significant concerns about freedom of speech and the public's right to know. When individuals are silenced or discredited for discussing UFOs, it undermines the principles of transparency and accountability in government and scientific inquiry. The fear of reprisal can discourage others from coming forward with potentially important information, stifling public debate and hindering the pursuit of truth. Despite these dangers, some whistleblowers have persisted in their efforts to bring information about UFOs to light. Luis Elizondo, a former Pentagon official who headed the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, resigned from his position in 2017 to protest the secrecy and lack of resources allocated to investigating UFOs. Elizondo has since become a prominent advocate for greater transparency, speaking out about the potential threats posed by unidentified aerial phenomena and the need for serious scientific investigation. His revelations have contributed to a shift in the public and governmental attitude towards UFOs, leading to more open discussions and legislative actions aimed at increasing transparency. The dangers faced by UFO whistleblowers highlight the broader challenges associated with investigating and discussing controversial topics. The personal and professional risks, coupled with potential government interference, create a hostile environment for those seeking to uncover the truth. However, these challenges also underscore the importance of protecting freedom of speech and fostering an open and inclusive dialogue about UFOs and other unexplained phenomena. Carl Nell, retired Army colonel, reveals that non-human intelligence exists and has been interacting with humanity. New York City witnessed a surprising revelation that the world's populace will only believe when told by a high-ranking official from one of the most powerful governments in the world. In the summer of 2023, David Grush, a former employee of the National Reconnaissance Office, testified before Congress with 2 Navy pilots, making a number of groundbreaking statements. David Grush's testimony before Congress, given under oath, is what has sustained the intense debate surrounding this intriguing and potentially dangerous topic across a number of venues. The same former official was scheduled to speak on the same platform where, months earlier, lead immunologist and tenured Stanford professor Dr. Gary Nolan declared he was positive that extraterrestrial intelligence exists and has been communicating with Earth for a considerable amount of time. David Grush was supposed to speak at the renowned SALT conference in New York City, but he had to postpone it due to an apparent scheduling difficulty, just days after it was publicized. The fact that members in the UFO community have been waiting months to hear from Grush demoralized them. However, the organizers of the conference had a surprise weapon that proved to be a fantastic substitute for Grush. Former government employee Colonel Carl Nell of Army Futures Command possesses much more classified material than David Grush. During his speech at the SALT conference, he revealed some shocking information. According to Carl Nell, there have been interactions between humans and a non-human intellect for hundreds of years. The fact that senior officials from states like Israel and Canada are making similar assertions serves as possible proof to support his claims. This phenomenon is not limited to the United States. It is currently occurring on a worldwide scale. If the mainstream media wishes to cover it, this might be the statement that goes viral. Nell declared that there is non-human intelligence. Humanity has interacted with non-human intelligence. This has been an ongoing and not very new contact, and those in the government who are not elected are aware of this. There is not a single doubt. He discussed a wide range of fascinating subjects, many of which are related to the potential effects of revelation on human civilization. This former United States Marine claims he saw a massive UFO being loaded with weapons in the jungle. A veteran Marine claims that he and 5 other military members saw a flying saucer being armed while on duty in Indonesia in 2009. Furthermore, he claims that after the sighting, unnamed US military personnel, who did not have any discernible insignia, came up to them and threatened to shoot. This astounding assertion not only calls into doubt the military's role in any alien contacts, but it also highlights, amidst a flurry of startling disclosures, an incredible story begins when an Air Force whistleblower from the government's UFO section comes to light. This guy has joined a growing group of intelligence officers who claim that the US not only has recovered non-human aircraft, but is actively involved in the complex task of disassembling and reassembling these downed or landing vehicles. A 20-year-old rifleman named Michael Herrera was sent on a humanitarian mission by the Navy to help in the wake of the devastating 2009 Sumatra earthquake and tsunami that devastated most of the area. In a private interview with news outlets, the man claims that in October of that year, while on a mission to safeguard a humanitarian supply airdrop near Padang, he and his 6-person team came across an airborne octagonal vehicle that they thought was being used by secret American military units. The observation of this unidentifiable object generated curiosity and conjecture about the existence and operations of unknown US forces in the area. Herrera, who had been silent on UFO disclosures for more than 14 years, found courage in the freshly enacted whistleblower protections. In a historic move in April, he swore under oath to testify before 2 key organizations, a well-known Senate committee and the government's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, a specialized UFO study organization. During his presentation of his flawless 4-year service record, he also related stories of the interaction with a supposed fellow observer who chose not to speak because he believed it would endanger his life and the safety of his family. The person stressed that sharing information was not thought to be worth risking his personal safety or endangering his family. By comparing his account with military sources, news outlets were able to verify minor facts. But even at 33 years old, Herrera doesn't have any hard copies of records or images that are directly related to the incident at hand. After graduating from high school, the Denver native decided to join the Marines right away. After serving in the service for less than 2 years, he was ordered to join the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit and be stationed in the Philippines. He was given the vital task of helping individuals afflicted by the natural disaster after a severe storm, and he was instrumental in making it happen. The 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines Echo Platoon, was ordered to reroute their mission to provide security for helicopter aid deliveries in the vicinity of Padang City, which was experiencing difficulties due to unrest caused by local insurgents on September 30th, 2009, during the powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake that occurred in Sumatra. He was flown in by a CH-53 helicopter to a location in the northeastern part of the city on or around October 8th, along with 5 Marines. Then, according to Herrera, they began a strenuous 900-foot walk up a ridge to take up their positions strategically ahead of the impending supply delivery. To ensure the mission's success, this particular operation required careful planning and cooperation. He was looking across the verdant terrain when he noticed something strange tucked away behind the thick jungle brush over the hill's crest. The thing was unlike anything he owned. The witness reported witnessing a dynamic entity that rotated and moved. The item saw a change in color, going from a light matte gray to a dark matte black. After giving it some thought, he said that the item was really noticeable and stood out from the surrounding area. This observation points to a striking visual aberration that caught the observer's attention. Strangely enough, he added, they had not been given radios, so they had to carefully make their way down the hill in unison to assess the situation rather than reporting it right away. In the meantime, Herrera used his Panasonic camera to take pictures and make recordings of the events as they happened. This unorthodox method emphasizes how they collaborate and rely more on visual observation than on electronic devices for communication. Herrera compared the object's size to a football pitch and called it enormous. The thing was rotating in a clockwise direction and showed off an amazing variety of color shifts. Its movement was accompanied by a distinct hum that was akin to the resonance of a guitar amplifier or the sound made by a transformer. This mysterious vessel had the shape of an octagon with a characteristic black pyramid construction perched upon its tip. The vessel turned gracefully in a precise orbit, alternating between various colors, and there was a clear sound of vibration. It had a very strange design, with what looked like scales covering every part of the vessel. Interestingly, it departed from the idea of a polished surface, showing off seams and ragged edges that suggested human handiwork. Its entire appearance was made even more strange by the odd panels that resembled vantablack and found their way around the vertical perimeters. Herrera claimed that when his 5 buddies and he approached the unknown aircraft, 8 people dressed entirely in black camouflage clothing launched an unexpected attack on them. These attackers wore bulletproof jackets and carried M4 weapons fitted with high-tech night vision devices that are usually only found in elite US military troops. He said that they were aiming their rifles at us during the incident. Additionally, he mentioned how clearly they could hear their guns' safety levers being pulled. These 2 persons publicly conveyed their confusion and requested clarification, speaking in an aggressive tone and with unique American accents. The men continued to threaten, and eventually the troops were stripped of their weapons, their ammunition thrown away, and their military identity examined closely. Herrera described seeing people physically moving heavy gun boxes and other containers from specially outfitted Ford trucks onto a level platform under the plane. As the suspense grew, this unnerving sequence of events played out, giving a clear image of the intense atmosphere that pervaded the situation. The lowest portion of the platform rose around 10 feet above the ground, following the last 2 trucks' completion of unloading and their departure. Then the ship lowered itself to line up with the raised platform, and, as the speaker put it, they merged into one seamless one. An important point in the operational sequence is represented by this complex procedure of the platform raising and the craft lowering to join. Lights were attached to the corners of the vessel, and they changed color smoothly from blue to red to yellow to green. These lights provided a functional as well as aesthetic element. The thing lifted off the ground and streaked just beyond the edge of the trees, before swerving sharply to the left, towards the ocean, at an estimated 4,000 miles per hour. They were trying to make sense of what was happening, but the situation was too unbelievable. Herrera described how the 8 unmarked soldiers returned their unloaded guns and walked them back over the hill, all the while highlighting the potential for violence. After they made it to the top of the hill, the people in question gave them clear instructions to leave the area right away and never look back. The 6 Marines returned quickly to the planned assistance drop spot, only to be met with a sharp reprimand by their gunnery sergeant for returning too soon. Herrera recalled that none of them spoke up or revealed the specifics of what had happened despite the unpleasant occurrence. The veteran soldier described his tremendous terror in a thorough and in-depth account, saying that he was terrified. After arriving back at the USS Denver, Herrera's group was briefed by a rear admiral whom he did not recognize. Herrera was taken aback by the admiral's unusual attendance at this session and began to wonder what the admiral's engagement meant. Interestingly, none of them brought up the topic of the saucer or the presence of unmarked troops during the debriefing. This was a notable omission from their talks. The Marine recalled that after a short while, the crew discovered that they were docked in Subic Bay, Philippines. The memory card and battery of his camera had been stolen from his locked locker, which he found after a night of drinking and partying with his fellow crew members. Additionally, it was alleged that the phones of his 5 companions had gone missing. In early December 2009, after arriving back at Camp Hansen in Okinawa, Japan, he was told to go to the office. When he got there, he saw an Air Force lieutenant colonel in full dress who was noticeably missing his name tag. This incident was important because it set off a sequence of events that he would experience while at the camp. He was told that you are prohibited from discussing the events with anyone, not your superiors, not even a general. Violation of this directive will result in severe consequences, possibly leading to imprisonment or even their demise. When he left the Navy in October 2011, his discharge document showed that he had served 4 years of active duty. He was also adorned with excellent medals that recognized his accomplishments in a number of areas, such as National Defense Service. The former Marine was motivated to come forward and relate his story by new rules that were enacted in December with the intention of protecting UFO whistleblowers. The International Space Station was above Antarctica when it captured a mysterious anomaly. Recently, weather trackers have detected a series of strange anomalies above this icy expanse. The International Space Station, orbiting approximately 400 kilometers above Earth, serves as a crucial platform for scientific research and observation. Equipped with advanced cameras and sensors, the space station continuously monitors our planet, capturing high-resolution images and videos. On a routine observation mission, the International Space Station's cameras recorded something unexpected and extraordinary: a cube-shaped object hovering above Antarctica. The anomaly was first noticed by amateur researchers who were reviewing footage from a live feed. The cube, distinct in its geometric precision, appeared to be a large, metallic object. Its sharp, defined edges contrasted starkly with the natural surroundings of space. The object seemed to hover motionless in the sky, and those who witnessed the sighting immediately took videos for further analysis. The detection of these anomalies has been made possible by advancements in weather tracking technology. Satellites equipped with high-resolution sensors, ground-based radar systems, and remote sensing tools have provided unprecedented data on atmospheric and environmental conditions over Antarctica. These technologies have revealed phenomena that were previously undetectable, shedding light on the complex dynamics of the continent's climate and geology. Among the most notable anomalies detected above Antarctica are unexplained atmospheric patterns, sudden bursts of heat, and radar blips that defy conventional explanations. These phenomena have been observed by multiple weather tracking systems, corroborating their existence and prompting further investigation. One of the most perplexing anomalies is the appearance of vortex patterns in the atmosphere above Antarctica. These vortices, resembling massive spirals, have been detected by satellite imagery and are characterized by their unusual size and intensity. Unlike typical polar vortices driven by the Earth's rotation and temperature gradients, these anomalies do not conform to expected atmospheric behavior. Scientists are exploring the possibility that they may be caused by unknown geological or cosmic influences. This unexplained occurrence has left experts and onlookers puzzled, as the sudden appearance and disappearance of such a huge object, coupled with the emergence of a mysterious black void in their place, defy logical explanations. The phenomenon, as reported by the International Space Station, indicated a peculiar occurrence where an atmospheric disturbance was seen above Antarctica. This unusual event garnered attention after being shared on Reddit, sparking a range of reactions from users who were both surprised and puzzled by the anomaly, particularly given the use of satellite data on the website. In a further perplexing development, additional video material surfaced depicting the massive anomaly originating in the vicinity of Antarctica, with many saying that they can make out a cube-like object. The most interesting theory posits that the cube is an advanced spacecraft. Its design and the absence of visible propulsion systems suggest technology far beyond current human capabilities. Proponents of this theory argue that the isolated and remote location of Antarctica could be an ideal site for alien observations or operations. Another possibility is that the object is part of a secretive military project. Given Antarctica's strategic remoteness and international treaties regulating its use, it could serve as a testing ground for advanced, undisclosed technologies. The cube might be an experimental craft or a surveillance device. The vantage point of the International Space Station has led to numerous recorded instances of unidentified objects. These sightings often involve objects that exhibit unconventional shapes, movements, and speeds, characteristics that distinguish them from known satellites, space debris, or natural celestial bodies. The clarity and consistency of these recordings have led many to consider the possibility that they represent genuine UFO phenomena. The UFOs observed by the space station often share certain characteristics that distinguish them from known objects. Many of the recorded objects exhibit shapes that do not conform to typical spacecraft or natural celestial bodies. These include spheres, disks, and even more complex geometries. The movements of these objects often defy the laws of physics as we understand them. Rapid acceleration, abrupt changes in direction, and hovering capabilities are commonly reported. The objects often emit a bright, consistent light, suggesting the presence of an energy source that is not immediately identifiable. Whistleblowers, individuals who risk their careers and sometimes even their lives to expose hidden truths and misconduct, have played a critical role in uncovering secretive activities and mysteries around the world. In recent years, a number of whistleblowers have come forward with alarming accounts of mysterious studies and tests being conducted in Antarctica, shedding light on a region long shrouded in secrecy and intrigue. Antarctica, the southernmost continent on Earth, has long captivated the imagination of explorers, scientists, and researchers alike. Its remote and inhospitable landscape, coupled with its status as a continent dedicated to peaceful scientific research under the Antarctic Treaty, has made it an ideal setting for covert activities and clandestine operations away from prying eyes. Over the last few years, whistleblowers have emerged in recent years and claimed to have been involved in a variety of classified projects, including those related to Antarctica. According to these individuals, Antarctica is home to hidden bases and research facilities operated by various governments and clandestine organizations, where advanced technologies and anomalous discoveries are being studied and tested away from public scrutiny. Their accounts paint a picture of Antarctica as a hotbed of covert activity, with multiple factions vying for control over its secrets and resources. One of the earliest recorded military UFO sightings in Antarctica occurred in 1965. The Argentine Navy reported encountering multiple unidentified flying objects near their ships, described as metallic and disc-shaped. These objects demonstrated flight capabilities far beyond any known technology of the time, including rapid acceleration and abrupt directional changes. The sightings were corroborated by multiple naval personnel, lending significant credibility to the reports. In the 1980s, various members of the British Antarctic Survey reported seeing bright, erratically moving lights in the sky. These lights hovered and then accelerated at incredible speeds, performing maneuvers that defied explanation. The sighting was meticulously documented in the survey's logs, and the credibility of the scientists involved bolstered the authenticity of the encounter. The global interest in UFO sightings above Antarctica underscores the need for international collaboration in investigating these phenomena. Sharing data, resources, and expertise can enhance our ability to analyze and understand these sightings. The establishment of a multinational task force dedicated to UFO research could facilitate coordinated efforts and ensure transparency in the investigation process. Satellites play a critical role in collecting vast amounts of data, which is then meticulously verified using advanced equipment to uphold precision. Amidst the ongoing conversations regarding a perplexing occurrence, various divergent viewpoints have surfaced regarding the essence and characteristics of the event. Speculations primarily focused on the possibility of underwater seismic activity as the potential cause, suggesting a geological source for the phenomenon. In contrast, on the flip side of the discussion, divergent hypotheses emerged, proposing a potential link to an unidentified entity. The disparity in perspectives highlighted the mysterious complexity surrounding the event, portraying a vivid contrast in opinions. Magnetic anomalies, deviations in the Earth's magnetic field from what is considered normal for a specific location, have long been a source of fascination and intrigue for scientists and researchers. These anomalies can have a wide range of effects, including causing sensors to give strange readings that may be difficult to interpret or explain. First and foremost, it is important to understand the nature of Earth's magnetic field and how it varies across different regions of the planet. The Earth's magnetic field is generated by the movement of molten iron in its outer core, creating a complex and dynamic magnetic field that extends far beyond the surface of the Earth. This magnetic field serves as a protective shield, deflecting harmful solar radiation and cosmic particles and providing a navigational aid for migratory animals and birds. The mysterious Skinwalker Ranch, nestled in the winter basin of Utah, has long been shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Renowned for its reported paranormal phenomena, including UFO sightings, strange creatures, and unexplained lights, the ranch has captured the imagination of researchers and enthusiasts alike. Among the most recent revelations to emerge from this anomalous hotspot is the discovery of a wormhole directly above the property, uncovered through the use of LiDAR data, an astonishing find that promises to deepen our understanding of the ranch's otherworldly phenomena. The story begins with the team of researchers and scientists who are currently based at the property, drawn to Skinwalker Ranch by its reputation as a hotbed of paranormal activity. Armed with state-of-the-art technology and a relentless curiosity, they embarked on a mission to unravel the mysteries concealed within its sprawling acres. Among their arsenal of tools was LiDAR, light detection and ranging, a remote sensing method that uses laser pulses to measure distances to the Earth's surface, capable of penetrating vegetation and other obstacles to reveal hidden features with unparalleled precision. Ever since acquiring the property, Fugel and his skilled research team have continuously carried out a wide array of varied experiments on the particular parcel of land. This land has attracted considerable interest and forms the focal point of the well-known TV series, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, which airs on the History Channel. The investigations undertaken delve deeply into the mysteries and anomalies surrounding the area, with a primary focus on uncovering the truths hidden within its mysterious landscape. The rigorous and persistent efforts of the team aim to shed light on the unexplained phenomena that have captured the imaginations of both the scientific community and the general public. In the compelling third season of the series, the entire ensemble, under the guidance of ranch manager Thomas Winterton, embarked on a captivating endeavor aimed at revealing the mysteries concealed beneath the vast and illustrious Mesa Formation. This ambitious undertaking involved an in-depth exploration of the secrets lying dormant within the imposing geological structure, promising to unveil a treasure trove of hidden wonders and long-held mysteries. During the excavation process carried out within the sturdy hill on the ranch, the team stumbled upon a remarkable event that took them by surprise: a mysterious cavity containing an object that appeared indestructible. This unexpected discovery prompted a thorough investigation into the origins and nature of the enigmatic object found within the void. Enthusiastic to unveil the hidden mysteries contained within, they meticulously extracted a segment of the substance for a more thorough analysis. Their initial examination has sparked intriguing speculations among them, suggesting that the mysterious formation in question might actually be a man-made dome. This captivating discovery has prompted them to delve deeper into unraveling the origins and purpose behind this mysterious structure. The main objective of this interview was to engage in a detailed discussion and thorough examination of the intriguing revelation that had been unearthed. In response to direct inquiries regarding the existence of an unknown entity within the mesa, he replied decisively, asserting the undeniable presence of something unusual or non-native nestled in that geological formation. Upon close examination and thoughtful consideration, it became clear that the object in question stood out as a strange anomaly, defying conventional explanations. In the course of the excavation procedure, picture the team delving profoundly into the hillside, covering a vast distance of hundreds of feet, with the sole aim of retrieving an unusual metallic material. Upon thorough investigation, it became clear that the existence of the object within the hill could not be accounted for by any natural processes. The careful scrutiny of the circumstances revealed a perplexing mystery surrounding the inexplicable appearance of the object in that location. The implication here is quite clear, indicating that the team is confronted with an artificial structure housed within the hill, as opposed to a naturally formed occurrence. This suggests a deliberate human intervention or construction rather than a geological or spontaneous development. After thoroughly examining the entire elevated landform known as a mesa on his own, Brandon is utterly perplexed by the intricate details. Embedded within the hill, a clearly man-made structure can be observed at a close distance of only a few hundred feet. The existence of this particular framework triggers numerous inquiries and contributes significantly to the mystery that encircles it. The performance has successfully engaged and invigorated the interest and passion of each team member, fostering a heightened sense of commitment and concentration towards the common goal. During a remarkable scene documented in the prior season, the team was taken aback by a sudden and overwhelming shaking sensation while conducting drilling operations on the plateau. This unexpected event left the crew in a state of astonishment as they grappled with the sheer magnitude of the tremors, which added a sense of urgency and unpredictability to their work. The level of confusion experienced by them was exceptionally deep, to the extent that it rendered them temporarily unable to speak. Thomas elaborated on the crucial obstacle posed by the land's natural sensitivity, emphasizing that this factor has hindered any straightforward attempts to detonate the mesa for excavation purposes, even after the lapse of a considerable period. The intricate nature of the terrain necessitates a cautious approach, taking into account the potential repercussions of such actions on the environment and surrounding ecosystem. The skies above Simi Valley, California, are not immune to the mysterious presence of unidentified flying objects. Among the countless reports of strange aerial phenomena, one particular incident stands out, a sighting that captivated onlookers and brought traffic to a standstill. The sighting of a triangle UFO hovering above Simi Valley not only ignited curiosity, but also raised questions about the nature of these mysterious objects. It was an ordinary evening in Simi Valley, when residents and commuters were suddenly thrust into an extraordinary spectacle. Witnesses reported seeing a large, triangular-shaped object hovering silently in the sky. As the mysterious aircraft hovered above, its presence seemed to defy conventional explanation, leaving onlookers in awe and disbelief. The incident quickly drew the attention of motorists and pedestrians alike, causing traffic to grind to a halt as drivers pulled over to observe the strange phenomenon. Commuters abandoned their routines, their attention fixated on the mysterious object suspended in the air above them. The sudden appearance of this mysterious object brought a sense of wonder and apprehension to the community. Various people shared photographs to the Mutual UFO Network, a website dedicated to posting and investigating UFO sightings. One observer recounted that the object remained stationary, prominently visible against the backdrop, prompting a moment of disbelief due to its remarkable clarity. The individual emphasized how the object's presence was striking and distinct, compelling them to take a second look to verify its reality. Upon returning home in the evening, a different observer recounted their experience of encountering the unidentified object. Despite their keen interest in the sighting, a search for related news updates yielded no results, prompting them to resort to social media platforms for potential community discussions. Surprisingly, there was an absence of posts or mentions regarding the event, leading them to speculate about the lack of mainstream media coverage. It was intriguing for them that even though the object was visibly present, its presence had not garnered attention from conventional news outlets. The individual inferred from local discussions that other residents were talking about the occurrence, highlighting the disparity between public interest and media reportage. The discrepancy between the public discourse and media silence added an extra layer of mystery to the sighting, deepening their curiosity about the unacknowledged event. Eyewitness accounts of the triangle UFO varied but shared common themes. Many described the object as having 3 distinct lights arranged in a triangular formation, with a dark metallic underside that seemed to absorb the ambient light. Some witnesses reported feeling a sense of unease or foreboding in the presence of the UFO, while others were filled with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Despite the widespread interest in the sighting, attempts to capture photographic or video evidence were largely unsuccessful. The UFO appeared to emit a strange energy field that interfered with electronic devices, leaving witnesses with only their memories to recount the extraordinary event. Nevertheless, the vivid recollections of those who witnessed the sighting served as a reminder of the enduring mystery surrounding UFOs and their potential implications for humanity. In the aftermath of the sighting, speculation ran rampant as to the origin and purpose of the triangle UFO. Some suggested that it could be a top-secret military aircraft undergoing testing in the area, while others entertained more exotic theories involving extraterrestrial visitors. Skeptics dismissed the sighting as a hoax or misidentification of a conventional aircraft, but for those who witnessed the event firsthand, the experience left an indelible impression on their perception of the world around them. One individual stated that the object is likely a black project aircraft that belongs to the military. But as many pointed out, why would you take a piece of technology that hasn't officially been declassified and hover it over a busy road where hundreds of people would see it? Many agreed and said this seems like a strange thing to do, adding that the military owns acres of land that they could have done this on. Why risk showing off a piece of technology that hasn't been declassified to the general public? Interestingly, this isn't the only time that one of these triangle-shaped aircrafts has been witnessed above this region. California, with its diverse landscapes and vibrant communities, has long been a focal point for UFO sightings, particularly those involving triangle-shaped objects. From the sun-kissed beaches of Southern California to the towering redwoods of the north, the Golden State boasts a rich tapestry of UFO encounters that have captured the imaginations of residents and visitors alike. Among the myriad reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, sightings of triangle UFOs stand out as particularly intriguing, fueling speculation about their origin and purpose. The allure of California as a hotspot for triangle UFOs can be attributed to several factors, including its expansive airspace, strategic military installations, and vibrant cultural zeitgeist. The state's proximity to the Pacific Ocean, provides ample opportunities for UFO sightings, with witnesses often reporting sightings near coastal regions and naval bases. Additionally, California's diverse terrain, ranging from sprawling deserts to densely forested mountains, offers ideal conditions for UFO activity, providing ample cover for clandestine operations and aerial maneuvers. One of the most compelling aspects of triangle UFO sightings in California is their consistency and frequency. Reports of triangular-shaped objects traversing the night sky have been documented across the state for decades, with witnesses describing similar characteristics such as silent propulsion, low-altitude flight, and triangular light formations. These recurring patterns suggest a deliberate and systematic presence of triangle UFOs in California's airspace, prompting speculation about their origin and purpose. In Southern California, the sprawling metropolis of Los Angeles serves as a hub for UFO activity, with numerous sightings reported in the vicinity of the city and its surrounding suburbs. Witnesses have described triangle UFOs hovering over iconic landmarks such as the Hollywood Sign and Griffith Observatory, as well as remote desert regions like Joshua Tree National Park. The densely populated nature of the Los Angeles area provides ample opportunities for witnesses to spot and document UFO activity, contributing to the region's reputation as a hotspot for triangle UFO sightings. Further north, in the San Francisco Bay Area, reports of triangle UFOs have also been prevalent, with witnesses describing sightings near Silicon Valley's tech hubs and the rugged coastal cliffs of Marin County. The region's proximity to major military installations such as Travis Air Force Base and Moffett Federal Airfield has led some to speculate about the possible involvement of classified aircraft or experimental technology in these sightings. However, the clandestine nature of military operations in the area makes it difficult to ascertain the true nature of these encounters. In addition to civilian eyewitness accounts, California's triangle UFO sightings have also attracted the attention of government agencies and independent researchers. The state's rich history of aerospace innovation and military activity has led some experts to speculate that triangle UFOs may be linked to classified military projects or advanced aircraft prototypes. However, the lack of official acknowledgement or disclosure from government authorities only adds to the mystery surrounding these sightings, fueling speculation and theories among UFO enthusiasts. One of the most famous triangle UFO incidents in California occurred in 1997, when thousands of witnesses observed a massive triangular-shaped object flying over the state. As California continues to be a focal point for triangle UFO sightings, the state's residents remain vigilant, keeping watchful eyes on the night sky in hopes of capturing evidence of these elusive aerial phenomena. Whether these sightings are the result of secret military experiments, advanced technology, or extraterrestrial visitors remains open to speculation. However, one thing is certain: the allure of California as a hotspot for triangle UFOs continues to captivate the imagination and curiosity of UFO enthusiasts around the world. One thing that many can't explain about these triangular objects is how they're able to hover motionless in the sky without making a sound, and it's caused some to question what type of technology is being hidden from us. The concealment of UFO technology from the public could be motivated by various factors, including national security concerns, technological superiority, and geopolitical advantage. If UFOs possess advanced propulsion systems or capabilities beyond conventional aircraft, governments may seek to harness this technology for military purposes.